Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Type in PoPolitickin, like, subscribe, comment. It's a lot of stuff y'all got to do, but I need y'all to do that. 1212, I'm a place to be with the homie David Rush. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good, bro. What's going on? Don't mind me trying to make sure everything is right.
Yeah, man, I think this is the third interview.
Yeah, it is, man. When you hit me up and I was like, PoPolitickin, man, I remember doing an interview with PoPolitickin when I first got my deal and everything was kind of moving around and we had jumped on the line. I think Dove had hooked us up.
Yep.
My PR, Dove, shout out to her. And we ended up linking, man. So, definitely good to hear from you again. And I appreciate you hitting me up for the interview, bro.
No doubt. So let's just reintroduce yourself, man. We're going to get in touch with everything, but just so I guess, been a while. So just how would you, let's talk about your background a little bit before we get started.
David Rush, man, formerly known as Young Boss.
Yeah.
Started
that.
Yeah, man. The Young Boss days started back when, I want to say around 2000, 2001. I was out in Atlanta. In school, Art Institute of Atlanta, and I was battling a lot. Name was getting around. Ended up doing a real big battle with Lenny S. and DJ Don Cannon. Blind Fury and me ended up in the finals. And that's how I met everybody who I met, and ended up coming back home, going to ATL for a little bit again, and linking up with the producer Sounds, who now is all over the place doing records with Justin Bieber, Beyonce, everybody named Mom. Shout out to Sounds, and we created this record called Go Girl, which ran around New Jersey real heavy and ended up getting into the hands of Pitbull. Signed my deal with him, releasing that record, releasing my record Shooting Star, touring. And then since then, just been working in the studio, just writing for people and, a whole bunch of life stuff, but still doing the music.
So who won the Blind Fury battle?
Who won the what? Oh, me and the Blind Fury battle?
Yeah.
Let's just say he had the hometown advantage. I would never say that. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it the wrong way because he is blind. He had the momentum coming into the battle already. And people just was astounded. I mean, he's a great lyricist. People just was astounded by the way that he was able to be blind and like rap the way he was. Of course, I didn't want to use that as a crutch for me. So I never mentioned nothing about him being blind at all. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to keep it battle lyrical. So it was definitely a good battle. It was 2-1. He ended up winning it. But definitely had I definitely had his respect in the end of the night, and definitely ended up linking with Lenny S after that, and being able to do a lot of great things as that went on.
Yeah, I got a homie. He wants me to ask this question. So you might not like this question, but he's like, man, ask him what was their very, very first rapper name. So
my very, very
yeah.
My very, very first rapper name?
Yeah.
Oh man, it definitely wasn't Young Boss. I think it was something. I'm trying to remember. It was two something. Man, I forgot what it is, man. It's gonna haunt me now because I remember I used to write it all over all my stuff, all my notebooks. You know what I'm saying? Like Too Nice or something like that. Too Ill, something like that. Man, I was really into boom bap, really into like backpack rap, battling. I was one of them dudes. So like when I started, it was like Too Ill or Too Nice or something like NYCE.
Do you remember your first song?
My first song, I do remember my first song. Shout out to my cousin / brother, Bo. Also, crazy. I text you with what was going on today. Shout out to my brother Bo. His father just passed from COVID-19. Crazy, but he taught me. He's the kid who taught me how to rap. I knew how to freestyle. I didn't know what songs were. I didn't know format. He taught me all of that. We used to do tape record, deck to deck, on the Maxwell tapes in the 2 tape recorders, and we made a song called "Freaking Fear," and the hook was, "I'm here, coming with no freaking fear. I'm here. Because we didn't want to curse. We was kids. So, I'm here. Coming with no freaking fear. Just give me the microphone and you can lend me your ear. That's like the first bar I remember, but that was my first legit written down song I ever did in my life. So shout out to Bo for starting me off.
And then I remember in our past interviews, we used to talk about your health a lot. So
Right.
How are you doing now?
Man, let's just say I'm blessed, man. Still fighting this CKD corona got corona on my mind, excuse me. Chronic kidney disease. I suffered for that for years. Ended up having a transplant for my brother in 2010. That lasted for a strong 7 years. Within that 7-year time span, I was normal, no dialysis, able to, go and come as I please, just on medication. I ended up losing that kidney again and starting back on dialysis in 2018. But so I'm on dialysis now. I do 3 days a week, 4 hours at a time. I had a big surgery about 2 years ago where they had to take out all my kidneys. I had renal cancer for a year.
Yeah.
So they had to extract all my kidneys. I've had about maybe 7 major surgeries since 2016, I want to say. But God has brought me through all of them. I got 2 beautiful kids. My wife, they said I couldn't have kids. When I got my kidney, I was able to have 2 kids back to back. So
how old are your kids?
My kids now are 8 and 7 years old. They're 11
cool.
months and 11 days apart.
And you got the kidney from your brother?
From my brother, Big Pop. Yep.
That's
so
cool.
my brother, unfortunately, I lost it, but it gave me 7 amazing years of my life back that I wouldn't have had without it. So.
And you had your kids too.
And I had my children, and I got married all in that 7 years, and I got my 2 beautiful kids. They're healthy. They're artistic. They're into art and music and gaming, and they're beautiful kids. They're healthy, and I just thank God for that, man.
So are they saying you can get another kidney or what now?
I can't. Because of the cancer, I was ineligible. We found that out September, so I had to wait 1.5 years up to 2 years to be eligible to make sure the cancer was cleared out. So I'm cancer-free. I've been cancer-free the whole time. And I should be eligible in September to get another transplant. But, I'll probably wait until this whole thing is over just to be safe. So until then, I'll do dialysis. And I'm here. I mean, I live on that. That machine actually is my kidney. It's the reason why I'm living. So I'm grateful. As long as I'm here and able to wake up and do things, I'm blessed.
And then, is it like you have to go somewhere or you do it at home?
I used to do it at home. I even took it on that tour I went on with Pitbull in 2009. I toured with the machine. But now I go into the center because with the kids and everything, them seeing me doing it at home, even though they understand what it is, it's still a lot. You know what I mean? They're still kids. And it's just always seeing daddy on dialysis and stuff like that. It kind of, I just wanted to change that up. Hey, look here, you can even tell I'm on by my kids. Look at my little thing here. My name on here is actually my daughter's name, Jayla.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm gonna change that up just for purposes. But that's my baby girl because she be on Zoom taking dance classes. So, but man, I'm blessed though, man, and I am doing much better, man. I appreciate it. But if I get that kidney, I'll be able to get that, and I'll definitely be doing that surgery again. So.
Yeah, I know. I want to say a few years ago, I remember you lost your mom.
Right, 2012. Yep. Lost my mom.
That's a while.
Been that long, right? Time it flew. It was 2012.
I remember you was hurting though. I remember you was posting something every day for a minute.
Bro, every day.
So how was that? I mean, I never went through like losing your mom. So how was that grieving and going through that?
It's probably one of the toughest things you'll ever kind of, losing anybody that close. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. But I think what has held me down through it is my family and friends, most definitely. The music, most definitely. My mom was one of my biggest fans of my music, biggest fans of anything I did. We were really close. I still keep a journal, still talk to her as much as I can. I just use the good thoughts when I want to cry, bro, I just cry. When I want to yell, I yell. When I want to swing at the air, I do it. I let the emotions out. And then I try to talk to her through my mind, just pray a little bit, man, and just be grateful for the time I had with her. And try to use her lessons that she taught me with my kids. And it's amazing how it comes full circle with your own kids, you know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for any any and every lesson she ever taught me. You know what I mean? So definitely a big fan of my mom. You know what I mean? And still try to carry on the tradition she's taught me.
Mm. So what you doing in the music now?
Man, it's crazy because I'm still very involved with the newer generation of artists, helping to arrange and write their things, writing for, you know, I've had records I've written with Rotimi. Shout out to Rotimi, if you guys familiar, Dre from Power. Rotimi, he has a lot of big records. I wrote on a lot of his projects. Shout out to Amari Hardwick, Ghost. Man, I was locked in with him for the last 2-3 years working on his music stuff. He's a poet, and he has a whole 3 albums right now that he could put out if he wanted to. Was grateful to be in the studio with him and work with the likes of, you know, Anthony Hamilton, Busta Rhymes, man, Mano, man, Dave East. I mean, everybody you name it. I have a record with me, him, and Method Man. I got a record with me, him, and 50 Cent that's out right now called 50+0. I've been able to work with these dudes. I got records with Jeremiah that I wrote for Uncle Murda. Wow. And just been writing a lot, man, really doing that and sticking to my guns, because when I got sick, man, I still want to be involved in the game. Now, with my company, Wins Only Music, you know, I still put my stuff out as well, because I still have a amount of followers on like Spotify, Apple Music. I still get like 20,000 listeners a month, which for me is amazing, being that I really haven't pushed my own stuff, you know, since a couple years back. But I still put out consistent projects, maybe about every couple of months. And I have 2 or 3 artists that I really push now. Shout out to my artists on Wins Only Rico, Mellow G, and my R&B artist, The Religion. And also just working with any new artists that come into the pipeline, you know, all the artists that are in development. I'm doing a lot of consulting for them. I'm just 3 or 4 young artists that I'm working with now, doing consulting, teaching them how to set up their stations in the crib, record themselves, by registering music, and, you know, doing the consulting business on that as well. So the music is still a huge part of our life, alongside of the speaking. Like you said, my health, I do motivational speaking for kidney disease patients. Shout out to Northwestern College. I'm on their board of ed for that, board of advisories. And man, that's really it. And the radio station, still Beats One Audio, Apple Music, Wins Only Sound, gonna be coming live in May. We'll be rocking on there every day, 4 to 6.
What you gonna be playing?
Rock the One Radio. We're gonna be rocking out your typical top 40. I'm gonna have guest DJ spots, but I'm really gonna focus on independent artists. And I wanna help independent artists get spins. I wanna help independent DJs get some time on the radio, man. And, you know, it's all about spins and being consistent and having great music. And so I want to tap into that channel and find the hidden gems as far as music goes. And so it should be fun. You know, my program director has been helping me put everything together, and I've been recording a couple podcast like shows beforehand, just getting ready for the release in May. So it's been busy, but it's been fun. On top of that, doing cartoon work and all that too. I do voices for cartoons, man. I do everything, man. So
for real?
Yeah, bro. Check out the Roach Motel, man, on YouTube right now. DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, Chico B. Chico, yeah, they're characters on the show. Me and my brother DJ Filthy Rich are the main characters, Ray, Roscoe, and Rico. I play Roscoe and Rico. I'm the voices for them on there. And I'm also a producer on the show as well. So make sure you check that out on YouTube, man. The Roach Motel. Check that out. It's crazy. Blow one down and watch it, man. I'm telling you, it's funny.
Yeah, that's cool right there, man. I like it. Really like. What's your favorite cartoon?
My favorite all-time cartoon?
You can give us 3. That's too hard.
All right, yeah. My favorite all-time, Tom and Jerry.
Oh, okay.
I always loved Tom and Jerry. I don't know what it is. I just guess Tom is the cat. He's so consistent trying to get this dude, man. Jerry got the wits. You know, it's a funny show, even though there's no talking. I just love that show. Thundercats, gotta be number 2, classic. I don't like the new one. I don't like how they look, but whatever. And number 3, all-time favorite cartoon, man, I gotta go with X-Men.
Mm.
I gotta go with X-Men. Big Wolverine, big Marvel fan. So I gotta go with X-Men on that one.
And then you were saying, I guess the first interviews we did, you had a deal.
Yeah, I was signed to Universal Republic, man, through I got a production deal through Pitbull, Mr. 305 Inc. Gonna end up inking my own deal at Universal Republic from my single Shooting Star. I had a 2-single deal. That's when I learned that the industry is a little bit different from what everybody think it is, man. I had to learn that, it's really hard to establish yourself when, the belief of the whole building isn't behind you. That's why a lot of these artists that are going independent now and doing their independent thing, man, I commend them. And I kind of drive my artists to do the same thing, to be independent as possible and work as hard as you can. I know money is an issue, but with social media, man, you can do a lot. So that's the avenues that we've been running.
Yeah, I got a homie, man. I've been trying to tell him for years. He's just so dead set on all he got to do is make videos, rap, and get a label behind him, and he gonna blow up. And I was like, that ain't the way no more. That's old school.
In a perfect world, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you could kind of skip those steps. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's about just focusing on your social media, with your music, man, getting it into the ears of the people. I mean, there's a short attention span out there right now, but the fact of the matter is, they listening, man. There's over 40,000 songs being uploaded to these streaming sites, bro, every day. So if you're one out of 40,000, man, you gotta either be the best thing you ever heard or not heard, or really got some money behind you. So I think the best thing to do is, you got all these homies around you, people who working with you, man, reposting, resharing, and you got to kind of tap into that, man, because you can do it independently. It's just all about how you attack the game.
Yeah, I actually read today. It was an article. It was saying it's over on Spotify. It's like 4 million songs that never been played. So there's a lot of people that think just because they put it on there, that's it.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I continue to put music out. Being that, I've been in the game so long, and I try to do different genres of music as much as possible. I don't just rap. I sing, rap, reggae stuff out. And I got a country project I just did. Like, I try to do everything. So, like, if I got 20,000 listeners still listening to me on Spotify, that means I'm in rotation. So I don't want to stop putting out music because then I get lost in the shuffle. So I consistently put music out as much as I can and just continue to feed the streets. And that's what it's always been about. It's just a different market now, digital.
I say you funny too, man. You're a funny dude.
I try to be, man.
You gotta talk about your clips, your
my big
clips.
talk.
Yeah.
My boy, yeah, Big Talk. Big Talk is an alter ego, man. Big Talk is from Atlanta, Georgia, man. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? He basically is probably one of the only players to cross over into different baseball, basketball, football, all in the same season. Whoever got the check, you know what I'm saying? So he just got a Super Bowl ring, didn't even play in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, did he switch over for the other team? Because the other team lost in the championship.
He ended up going to the Chiefs in the third quarter of the Super Bowl. You know, that's right. And now he just also got the vaccine with the coronavirus. So shout out to Big Talk. He put that up, that he partnered up with Fabuloso and came up with the vaccine. And the funny thing is, I put that out as a joke. And next thing you know, Donald, 45 when they're talking about injecting yourself with some type of Clorox. And I said, yo, he must have talked to Big Talk because they're on the same page. So I found that funny, man. So I try to put that out there, man. It's all about good vibes, good energy, and not taking yourself too serious, man. We going through enough serious times in the world. You know what I mean? Got to have a little fun, man.
Yeah. So what are some of your interests outside of music?
My interest outside of music, man, honestly, my interest outside of music is really my family. I really focus on being the best father I can for my kids. I'm a dance father. I'm a girl dad. My son is into martial arts. So I'm into that with him. We hit the pads, we got the gloves, we go do that. I try to really be present in their lives because of my health condition. I just want to always put as much time into my family as I can. My wife, she's a healthcare worker, so She's in the hospitals, with everything going on. So it's really important for us to spend a lot of family time. And as much as I do love working in my studio and being in the mix of everything, I do set aside, this is more of my set aside time than my time that's committed to my family. I feel like they're first and foremost. If I don't have that, man, my foundation is gone. So my off time for music, we love watching movies. I'm a movie guy. I'm really into just whatever my kids are into. My son's a gamer, so I'm learning how to do YouTube stuff, and I work with my artists and stuff like that, whatever creative stuff that they want to do. But anything creative, brother, I love it. I love being creative. I love more of the other end of building stuff up than really being in the forefront. Being in the forefront is cool, but putting a product together for people and letting it be displayed and people like on at it and knowing you have something to do with that, that's more entertaining to me. So.
Yeah. Now I know you and Chris Porter just did a versus battle. So let us know who won.
Man, I feel like it started off I don't feel like at any point, and this is not trying to be, what's the word? How do you say it? I'm not trying to be politically correct or nothing like that. But I feel like, because we are on PoPolitickin, so I ain't trying to be politically correct. But I felt from the jump it was more of a respecting between me and him. We didn't really go into it like who gonna win. I think we kind of went into it both like, man, we just want to get our stuff off, man. You know what I'm saying? And kind of do it for the culture, do it for Jersey. And I really respect, Chris Porter. I really respect what he do. I always have watched him move, the way he does his business, the way he conducts himself outside of music. I've always been a fan of that. So, he recently had a baby. I ain't want a dead body, around the baby. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I can't kill him, you know what I'm saying, in front of the baby. But yeah, you gotta check it out, man. I'm gonna say what he said. You gotta check it out. You gotta go, you gotta go hear the battle. And speaking of which, quick plug, Rockland One Radio. If you go to rockland1radio.com right now, the battle playlist is in full, playing on there right now. And I got an interview with Chris Porter. I'll be posting up as well. So you can go check out the whole battle in 40 songs, me and him back to back. And you tell me who won. I might have throw you the list so you can put it on your thing, and then you get your fans to let me know who won it. You know what I'm saying?
So what songs did you like from him the most that he played?
The songs that I like from him the most, pull up his I got his song list right here. I think the song that I was feeling the most, I got some personal ones that I like. I like Hold It Down from Chris Porter. That's one of his songs that he first put out. Video's crazy. I really like that song. Catwalk Killer, another one of my favorites. Another classic Chris Poe record. And of course, the Water Dance, I'm Not Leaving Sober, another great one. But I think my favorite song out of all of these, I would have to say is, I really like Catwalk Killer. I just like the feel of that record. And I like, and there's another one on here. I'm looking at it now. I think it's called Smell the One. It's a girl record. I think it's Smell the Money. I'm not sure if that's the one of it. I gotta hear it again. But those are the ones that hear me. But Hold It Down's been one of my favorite records from him when he first did that one. It still got the bounce to it. Chris is a dope artist, man, and I think that he has his niche and he does it well. And he knows how to move his records around, and a lot of people can learn a lot of stuff from that dude when it comes to it.
Right. And then you were saying you got, so what else you got coming soon with the music?
Well, man, I just finished a country record, man.
Like you going like the country with the gangsters, like the guns and everything, the mask and.
I went straight Luke Bryan on him, bro.
Okay.
I wanted to do something different from what I always feel. I always want to like test myself in the music lane. I feel like I can get bored, man, doing just rap or I write so much R&B for other artists, and then I got caught in the R&B lane for a couple of years, just singing as much as I could, and then getting back to rapping again and then blending the two. I did a whole reggae project that's out right now. You can go find, it's called Where Love Begins on all streaming platforms. And then I got Welcome to Russia 4 that came out last August, which is more rappy trap stuff. And then I got this one I just finished up. What happened was I was watching American Idol. My mother used to watch that show. I never was into it.
Mm-hmm.
Came on one day, so I just left it on, watching it one night. And this black dude came on there, man. He, you know, dreads and glasses, and he came up there and he said he's from Louisiana. So I said, oh yeah, he got some soul in him. I knew he was gonna sing. And he hit this note, man, and it was just like this rusty, down bottom, gritty voice. I said, damn, that's pretty dope. And after that, another kid came up by the name of Gunn, and he was from like Nepal or some wild left field place, and ended up living in like Idaho. His family moved to Idaho. And so he grew up on bluegrass, which is like that real country.
Yeah, Kentucky shit.
Dog. He starts singing, and it blew me away. The sound that came, like what he was doing for who he was. Like you looked at him, you heard him talk, you ain't know that was coming. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't pay me to tell me that's what he was gonna sing.
Yeah.
So I said, wow, like it's so crazy that these dudes can tap into this lane of music like that. And I said, man, yeah, you know that meme with Kodak Black when he on the boat and he just watching the dude drive and he look at the dude, he go,
yeah,
let me drive the boat. I felt like that. I'm like, I could do that. So my wife goes, yeah. I said, I'll do a country song right now. She said, go ahead. I said, all right. I ran downstairs, went online, found a little beat. An hour later, boom, my first one. I put a minute of it up on Facebook, and the comments just went nuts. Like, what is this? This is crazy. There's no way that this not out right now. When you putting this out? Da da da. And I just was like, what? Like, I had no clue. People was feeling it. So people was like, man, you got to do a whole project. So if I get run requests like that, Po, I go do it. So this whole quarantine, that's all I worked on. The name of the project is called The Journey. I'm gonna probably release it sometime in the next couple weeks. 6 songs, intro and outro, so it's 8 total tracks, and it's straight country, man. Straight country.
Okay, what makes it country?
A lot of acoustic guitar. I've even did a little production on it where I added the drums to it, kept the real live sounding, like band sounding stuff, but a lot of acoustic. And I just wanted to not jump into what everybody was doing right now with the country. I didn't want it to sound like I was trying to blend the cultures together. You know what I mean? Even though the culture of country comes from Black people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do it with trap, though. I didn't want to take trap and blend that with it. I wanted to keep it authentic to what I thought was comfortable for my type of country music. And, I thought it was pretty fun to do. I mean, I had a ball doing it, and I let a couple people hear it, and they rocking with it, man. So I'm in it.
All right. And then what advice? You was kind of talking about this earlier a little bit. But what advice would you give to new artists?
What advice would I give to new artists? I think the advice that I would give to new artists, man, is really because these young artists got their voice already, man. They kind of know what they want to do. They kind of know how they want to come out, even if it's kind of not who they are. They're just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? Your Tekashi 6ix9ine, your artists that come out like that and just, blow it away. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke, who was changing the sound of New York until his early demise. So I think to them would be to create your market, create your niche, be consistent, man. Don't be a person who put out a song, do a video, disappear, and come back and think everybody's gonna be waiting for you, man, because they not. Because like I said, there's 40,000 songs uploaded every day. I'm gonna find somebody else that sound like you or better than you. You know what I'm saying? So like, be consistent. Try to find something that's your niche that you can create your own path with. Keep your eyes on what's new, what's innovative. Stay ahead of the curve. There's always a new app coming out. Link yourself with those things. Get next to them. Get in line. And even if you ain't the best artist, man, that'll help you get forward. Learn the algorithms of these social medias. But number one thing that I would tell them is learn the business. If you're gonna be independent, learn how to register your records, learn what ASCAP or BMI is, learn what SoundScan is. You know what I'm saying? Learn the things that are gonna be able to get you your money. The ultimate goal is money, but we want longevity money. We don't want right now money. You know what I'm saying? So that comes with knowing the business, knowing where to register your records, knowing how the splits are, knowing what percentages mean. All those are important because you can easily get screwed in this game and get lost in this. So that'll be my number one advice for these young, new upcoming artists.
Yeah, because I feel like now it shouldn't be a new artist talking about they signed a bad deal now because they got all the education out here to learn it.
It's all there. It's all there. You shouldn't be like, man, I got a crazy 360 deal. Man, nowadays it ain't even about getting a deal. It's about partnerships. If I could come in and I got everything clicking, I already got my marketing, I already got my music, I got my studio, I got my beat makers, I got my graphic designers, I got everything ready to go, and I just need a little budget. I'm already 20, 30,000 on Instagram or whatever. I just need you to get me an extra little kick. It ain't about developing no more. These labels don't want to develop you. They want you coming in pre-made package ready to go. So if your business ain't right, they're going to give you that booty deal. But, if anything, you come in and you say, man, I want to partner up. I got everything already clicking. I just need y'all, you know what I'm saying? I just need y'all to push the button on me. Call it partnerships. We don't get deals. We don't give deals no more. We give out partnerships now. And, that's what it's about.
Man, what's your top 5 favorite albums?
Top 5 favorite albums. Sheesh. Machiavelli, Tupac. Mobb Deep, the one that had Shook Ones on it. What's that album called? I forgot what that one is, but that one. I'm gonna go Drake, Take Care. I'm gonna go. Damn. I'm gonna go Jay-Z, Blueprint. And I'm going to go last one. All right. And I gotta go with my big homie. I gotta go. And can I slide a bonus in there after this one?
Yeah, what's up?
I gotta go with the big homie Ross. I really enjoyed the Deeper Than Rap album.
Yeah, that was nice.
And just because I met this dude at the beginning of his career and watched him go from A to Z until his demise, I gotta go with the marathon Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, I like those.
I gotta go with that.
All right. What would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
I love y'all, man. I mean, damn. I'm very transparent. As you know, you could get my information just by watching my Facebook Live. You know what I'm saying? I keep everything very transparent, from my health to, my music to everything going on with me. And I think that people appreciate that. I try to give off a good attitude, be happy, good vibe. And I think people appreciate that as well. And people have stuck with me through all my many health issues, all my music trials and tribulations, and the people that still listen to me, whether you met me through Pitbull, whether you met me through Young Boss days when I was running around battling, doing songs in the club. I appreciate all of y'all, man, just for rocking with me, just for listening to me, just for pressing play on my music. Like, I did a whole project because one dude came up to me and told me that he was waiting for me to drop this project that I said I was going to drop from 2014. He told me that in 2019. So I did the project in 2019 just for that one dude, because it's one dude I know that's going to listen to it.
What was that project? That
was Welcome to Russia 4. Shout out to my boy Jonathan. Came and saw me in the mall, stopped me and said, bro, I had put out the promo for Welcome to Russia 4 in 2015, and something happened where I ended up not doing it. And called me on it in the mall. He said, bro, you never put out Welcome to Russia 4. I've been waiting on it since 2015. I said, well, that's it. I'm going to go home and record it. And that day I came home and started recording it. And I did it just because he said it. So it's that easy to get music from me, man. You ask for it, you got it. So that's it, man. I'm just grateful to still be able to do it on my own and teach others in the new generation how to you know, get a sound for themselves, record themselves, and just be independent. So I'm blessed to still be able to do it and have people who listen. So thank y'all. Much love.
All right, bro. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Of course. PoPolitickin, man, it's always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for hitting me up, man. I was excited when you hit me. I'm like, oh, I'm in PoPolitickin from the first time, so we got to get it in again. So
yeah, no
much
doubt.
love, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Much love and stay safe out here.
Yeah, no doubt. You got any shout outs?
Let me shout out Wins Only, man. Wins Only, you know what it is. Follow me on my Instagram at David Rush Online. New music coming soon. My artist, Wins Only Rico. New project, Hold That Pack 2. Just dropped yesterday. Mellow the G's new record, Racked Up. Just dropped last week. Shout out to Rockland One Radio. Beats Audio, Apple Music. Man, Wins Only, man. You know it's Wins Only. We here. And, you know, thanks to everybody watching. Much love to PoPolitickin, the whole gang, man. Yeah, I just stay up and be safe.